Hello everybody and welcome back to G4G Games for Gamers. I'm your host, Napalm Dawn, and this is the week in Marvel Avengers Alliance. Today is January 23rd. Happy Friday everybody. So what do we have going on this week here in Marvel Avengers Alliance? Well, we don't have the least amount of content to talk about, but it's not the most. We have a nice little tide over week. So let's deal with what we've got up today. Last night the Flaming Post was put up on the store and then mysteriously disappeared earlier in the day. It has now reappeared. It's 64 gold and it is a rather low hitting item, but it is melee, it is psychic, and it is fire. It has a passive unremovable of Flame War. It applies Pyrophoric and Flank, but that is only on counterattacks. It will not apply this on straightforward attacks. You have a chance to counterattack. It is a psychic attack where it avoids avoidance, shields, counters, and protects. So it will get around Groot. It will get around Invisible Woman's air pressure shields, rescues shields, Omega Sentinel shields. And a tactician can hit an infiltrator with this and avoid a counter. It also causes burning. Now the burning will go on every attack, but again, the Pyrophoric and the Flanked is only on the counter attack. Keep that in mind. Don't get this thinking, oh, I would love a flanked weapon. This will work if your agent is a protector, because you will draw attacks to you, giving your Flaming Post a chance to counterattack. And in case I didn't mention it, today's soundtrack is brought to you by the UT2K3 official soundtrack. We have the 40th Century Man set available on the store. This is the second or third time this has been up for sale since I've been playing, aside from its original one. This is not a very good set. It has a little bit of synergy with the Fixer, and it has of course a ton of synergy with Kang. So if you're somewhere where Kang is pretty good in the meta, and you want to make a good Kang team up for PvP and PvE, yeah, this set's okay. You don't really have a way of cleansing yourself or the enemy team, but it's not too bad if you're running Kang. Anything else, it's generally a waste of gold. However, I did see the temporal shielding within this PvP Season Omega, but I can't tell you what effect it had. Thanks to my Nano Plague, I completely negated this, so this doesn't matter. You have this Damocles Target Painter, which hits all enemies for a low amount of damage. Its energy and its tech. It causes Wrinkle in Time, where it will consume Time Stream Displacement because it is not a temporal item. And it will deal extra damage against people with Time Stream stacks. It cannot be protected against, and it is catastrophic. You have the Temporal Shield, which is a quick action by nature. Its buff and its tech, all allies gain a Temporal Shield. Affected characters gain Temporal to their own attacks. Reduces damage from enemy temporal attacks to 0. So if the enemy has temporal attacks, it is reduced. And your allies will gain temporal to their attacks. So their attacks will cause time stream displacement. You have the Baltag's Blaster, which is one of the best items in the set. Range, tech, energy, and temporal. Time Sense counters all attacks made by enemies with time stream displacement. It is temporal itself, and it causes radiation exposure. The Displacer. This is how the time stream stacks go out. Ranged gun, energy, tech, and temporal. It is a guaranteed hit, except of course, reality hacking. It is temporal, so it's kind of psychic. It will get around Groot and protectors. Time stream displacement gains an additional stack when attacked by temporal attacks. Attacks that are not temporal remove the stacks and cause damage, sort of like Doom going off, Psychic Tap going off. Lowers the accuracy of the enemy, but increases their evasion. It stacks up to 5 times. So, Displacer applies it, and then other things go off of it. So if you were to hit Displacer on somebody, like the next person up, and then they attacked, the Baltag's blaster would counter it, and also probably Kang would counter it, and you would stack up radiation exposure. This temporal shield is a rather weak shield. This set is not very good. It's just not good. It's one of the weakest sets of all time. So that's what is available up in the store. We have a gold sale that just started midday today. It gives you a double ISO blaster suit as the freebie over here. So for $50 and $100, you will gain this blaster suit, and it has 2 ISO slots and nothing else. This is good for the splash damage ISO, and that may be good for something like the Cosmic Flame, where you do a single target attack and it splashes damage to others, and maybe it'll even apply Soulfire to them. I think potentially this suit and that ISO and the rocket pistol could be brilliant, because the rocket pistol is a single target attack that has its own splash damage. So potentially you're putting out a lot of damage. Maybe even something like the GG prototype. Well, no, that's everybody. Yeah, I think the rocket pistol would be one of the best things to run with this. So that's the gold sale going on. We have a little bit of a tide over thing going on from Playdom, and it is the Magic Covert Ops. Here at Task 1, you have to use her level 1 and her level 9 4 times. Then you win 5 PvP battles, practices count. And then you have to use her level 2 and her level 6 4 times. And then you have to get 15 sealed lockets. So there is a soft timer going on here. You can do your dailies once a day for 15 days and you will get it for free, or you can drop gold and buy the lockets, and you know, for every day that you do it, you will reduce your price. But if you have 0, it will cost you 45 gold, and then you can get the new Mutants magic suit with the little X-Men belt. I've already done a video on this. It was the previous one, but I'll touch upon it really quick. So her default suit is the Phoenix 5 suit, which is pretty nice because of the fiery retribution. You will not lose any passives except for the fiery retribution when you go to this one, her glowing lightsaber suit. But you do gain Stepping Disc, where she has a chance to teleport all allies away, evading incoming area of attacks. Can avoid catastrophic attacks. That is pretty interesting, and it might be pretty good on defense to teleport away from hot shots and atom smashers if you're running a deep game over there. But you are losing you're losing one of the empowered ISO slots, and you knock her down to 1. You do gain Blaster, and you do gain Infiltrator, and Blaster would be good for the passive, so I suggest people try to complete the task and leave her sitting as a Blaster if you're not actually using her. I really do like Magic. She's actually a very strong character, but in her Scrapper suit, you can run her personal ISO, which says that the Summon Bites apply Breakdown, which is a variety of dots. And you can run the Scrapper ISO, where your melee attacks will gain a stacking attack buffs, of which she does 2. You can retain her personal A ISO, where one swipe of the Soul Sword gives you her maximum stack. So in round 1 you do a Soul Sword, and then in round 2 you have your full charge Soul Flare and your full charge Unleash Hell, which is pretty nice. So that's what we have going on right now. Of course, we have PvP Preseason Omega going on, where we have 6 days left, so we have just shy of a week, and it's been a little tough, and it's going to be tough to get this helmet because you have to be in the top 1%. You can sit here and not lose a battle and be pushed out simply by people cutting in line, basically, like being at Disney World, being online for a ride and being number 5 back, and somebody cuts in front of you, you're number 6 back and you're out. So I wish everybody luck, but this could be pretty tough to get those accursed, not accused. No there's no galaxy stuff going on over here. There's no Ronan the Accuser. It is accursed, so it's going to be interesting to see what that'll be. The daily mission today is heroes who have had tech abilities. The other day was Ren in the Ledger. This is a really nice daily to go through. I actually 3-starred it on the first attempt, and you get some pretty cool farmable weapons in here. I've had the custom MFG show up. I've had the GG prototype, the custom electrostatic arm. They showed up today, and I actually got a lot of what I would have wanted out of the roulettes today. But today is definitely a farming one. I picked up a custom electrostatic arm today. I picked up the possessed pistol recently, along with a new custom touch of flame and shadow. I picked up a custom spinning viper recently. I picked up the GG prototype today, which I'm quite happy about. That's an awesome, awesome weapon when used with the right things. I have picked up, the ruby rifle. Yes, I picked up the ruby quartz rifle the other day. Very interesting, perhaps very good with Fixer because it's tech. I picked up the Swift Liar recently. Picked up that custom SA pincer. The Infiltrator Augmenter when I was farming for some new ISOs, and I also got that Stun Baton. I've had the Mysterium Manifold, but no friggin' Nightstick of wonderfulness over there. And here's your decent replacement for the Baltag's Blasters, that Charge Future Blaster, which you can farm for. It does burning and radiation exposure, and since this is an energy weapon, radiation exposure increases the damage from energy attacks, so this ramps up nicely. And there's the rocket pistol, which I suggest is good with the blaster suit and the collateral damage ISO. So, hope you enjoyed the week in Marvel Avengers Alliance. Hopefully I'll have part 2 of the PvP video coming out soon. Perhaps a Heroes of the Storm update video along with Thrall. And maybe even a Nosgoth video, which has hit Steam. Last weekend was the Evolve beta on Steam, and it was a great, great weekend. Loved Evolve quite a bit. Definitely pre-ordered it. Check out Twitch, and if you ever see Sacriel playing in February when it comes out, he's a phenomenal person to watch. When he's playing, as he will actually teach you. And that's what we've got going on this week. I suggest everybody farm the crap out of today's mission, and good luck getting that PvP rank you want. And enjoy the gold sale if that's what you're after, but that suit is a little tough to manage in the current PvP meta. I'm just like a lot of tacticians over there, so it's a little rough. And currently my tasks are Gambit to 12, gotta use Hulk 3 more times, Iron Man 1 more time, and I have to get the lockets for the magic covert ops. Take care, everybody!